It's hard to beat a homemade waffle. Texture, flavor, it's all good for you ingredients. Plus, you don't have to wait for the weekend. You can make a big batch, freeze them, toast them, and enjoy them Monday through Friday. Super simple. Let's get started. I'm gonna macerate 2 cups of mixed berries. I'm using a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar here. You can use any sugar you like. The reason I like to use coconut sugar, it's got a little bit more depth of flavor, a little bit less refined than regular granulated. It really sort of brings out the sweetness of the berries. While I'm preparing my batter, these berries are basically just gonna juice and become really, really delicious. And to help them on their journey, just mash lightly, just a few of them, with the back of a spoon. So together, the sweetness from the berries, the juice that you've sort of coaxed out by mashing lightly, and the sugar are gonna make this really, really delicious, flavorful fruit syrup. These look great. Set this to the side. Let's get working on the batter. First, we're gonna mix all the dry ingredients. So I have 3 cups of whole wheat flour. I love this recipe because it's a great way to get whole grains in for breakfast. The whole wheat flour adds a nice texture, a really nice nutty sort of chew. Okay, so we've got 3 cups of whole wheat flour. Hit the leavener here. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of coarse salt. Just want to make sure everything is nicely balanced with the flavor between the savory and the sweet. Give this a good whisk. It's really important here to whisk this thoroughly. That way the leavener, the salt, everything is combined. All right, now on to the wet ingredients. Got 4 eggs. Give the waffle really, really nice, tender texture. And it definitely helps if you start with room temperature eggs when you're baking. Again, this just helps everything combine a little bit easier. So give this a light whisk. Good test to see if your yolk and your white are thoroughly combined is to do a little ribbon test like this. It's exactly what you want to see. Nice, even, smooth egg. Perfect. To this, add 3½ cups of whole milk. And again, if you can remember to get the milk out as you're starting to prepare everything, everything mixes so nicely if it's at room temperature. All right. So a lot of waffle recipes use butter. I'm gonna use olive oil here. It's 1/2 cup of olive oil. And the olive oil flavor, it comes through just slightly. It adds sort of this nice fruity component, but you get all the wonderful health benefits of using a monounsaturated fat. And you don't have to melt it like you have to melt butter, so makes it one step easier. Now for flavor, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You heard me right, 2 teaspoons. Not skimping on vanilla. I like vanilla extract. You could also use almond extract if you're into that. Just use slightly less almond extract because it has a ton of flavor. I would start with about a 1/4 teaspoon myself. To that, add a 1/4 cup of sugar, just using granulated there. Then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. The reason I'm adding this in with my wet ingredients is that it helps activate the leavener. This looks nice and smooth. We will add this to the dry, and then very, very delicately combine these 2 together. You don't want to overwork the gluten in the flour. That would result in kind of tough waffles. So similar to pancakes, you're looking for the dry ingredients coated evenly. You can have some small lumps, but nice, gentle hand is the key here. You guys like to eat healthy, right? So if you want to see more recipes like this, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Okay, batter is looking great. I've got just a few lumps in there, but it's mostly smooth. All right, super important to preheat your waffle iron. This is what's going to give you that really nice crispy crust with a nice delicate interior. Give it a quick spritz with non-stick cooking spray. And then depending on your manufacturer's instructions, you may need 1/2 cup, you may need 1 cup of batter. I know for this one I need 2 ladlefuls, which is about 1 cup. Into the hot iron it goes. That's the sound you want to hear. You definitely want to hear a little sizzle, sizzle. Okay. Close this up. This will cook for about 6 minutes, so Set a timer, let it do its thing. Sneak peek. Looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. What a gorgeous golden brown waffle. So to remove, I like to use a fork. I feel like it sort of fits in the grooves a little bit easier. And off we go. Beautiful. And you can hear the nice little crisp crust. So we've got our wonderful, wonderful waffle here. Let's put on all the fixins, the best part. So I like to use Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt not only adds a nice sort of rich, creamy tanginess, you're getting like a really nice hit of calcium and extra protein, which is great to get your morning started. Little dollop here, right in the center. So if you were making these to freeze, you would just remove them from the waffle iron, put them on a cooling rack, let them cool completely. Then transfer them to a resealable plastic bag like a Ziploc and freeze away. They hold beautifully in the freezer for about a month. Then all you have to do is pop them in the oven just to take the chill off. So we've got our Greek yogurt dollop. Remember our berry fruit syrup. Here it is, nice and juicy, right over the top. Yum, yum. And then, you know, this is pretty sweet and juicy. If you want a little bit of maple syrup, which I do, just finish her off, a little tiny drizzle. All right, that looks wonderful. Let's give it a try here. This is so hearty, so satisfying. I can't think of a better way to start my day. Can't wait for you guys to try this.